As overlanders, we're always concerned about the safety of our overlanding gear that we store in the back of our overlanding rig. Anytime we go into a gas station, a restaurant, we go on a hike, we're worried that when we get back, some of our gear may not be there, and this gear is not inexpensive, guys. Well, the good folks at Leitner Designs have come up with what we consider to be a home run solution. It's a MOLLE panel that fits on the back of your existing Leitner bed rack. It has friction hinges so you can lift it up and locking mechanisms so that you can lock it down. We love this concept. We can't wait to check it out. Today, we're talking about the all-new Gatekeeper from Leitner Designs. All right, well, the voice of experience says before you start, lay everything out, take inventory, inspect everything, make sure it's all good. I never have to worry about that with Leitner, but I've done it anyways, and everything looks great. Here's the instructions so that we'll know how to put it together. We've got two MOLLE panels. The MOLLE panels have the locking devices here on the corners. We have these little brackets that are going to mount to the inside of the bed rail, and they're going to kind of go like this, and they'll give us a rubber stopper so that when the Gatekeeper closes down, it'll bump up against that rubber stopper. I love that somebody knew I was going to be working on this and put left and right. They've evidently seen my videos before. These are mounting brackets that will go up on the top part of the bed rack, and then that's going to give us a place where we can mount the hinges for the Gatekeeper. All the nuts and bolts that you're going to need. Some really cool Leitner stickers. That's awesome. And a key set. Now, one cool thing that Leitner does, I love this. They're always thinking about customer service and customer satisfaction. I was able to get them to match these keys for here to match the same locks that I have on my Leitner gear pods on the side of my truck. Just being able to cut down on the number of keys I have to carry and search through when I need to open something up. Leitner is always thinking about stuff like that. It's one of the things that I really, really love about this company. Okay, everything looks good. I think we're in good shape. Let's take it outside so we can put it on the truck. Well, this is where we're going to install our new Gatekeeper on our existing Leitner ACS bed rack system. We've had this for a few years. It has been fantastic. We feel like this particular bed rack system is the best one on the market today. Now, we have it mounted on our 2020 Jeep Gladiator. Very excited to be able to get this on here. It's going to fit right up inside here. This is this MOLLE panel on the back, and it'll be a flip-up door for us. Really looking forward to this. Now, I gathered a few tools. Going to need my Allen keys. I'll need a 12mm wrench. Going to need my T40 star. But we're going to start off with doing some measurements. Now, as these bed racks are used over time, they can get out of square, and it's not that big a deal in everyday use until you get to the point where you want to try to put on a door. Now, you think about this, you put a door on a house, the first thing you need is a square frame to mount it to, correct? So here we're going to do some measurements just to make sure that everything is square. Now, the first measurement's going to be from side to side on the bottom T-rails, and then the second one will be up top. So let me show you what I'm talking about. Here's the T-rail. I want to measure from this inside section here all the way across to here, just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing up top, here to here. And I'm going to compare those two measurements to see whether or not this frame is still square. And we can see right here in the instructions exactly what I'm talking about. Right here before you start anything else, check rack for proper installation. Do not forget this step. So see if I can get in here closely, just like I showed you. We're going to measure here and here, and we're going to compare those two numbers. And if it's not accurate, if it's not falling within the parameters that they set forth here, going to need to stop and square the rack before we begin. Now, fortunately for us, we're good. Everything is within tolerances, and so we're going to go ahead and get right to it. All right, so the first thing we want to do is get these brackets on, both left and right, so that you can actually mount the hinges to this. Now, this is going to sit up here just like this, This hole right here is going to mount right up there with that bolt. And then this one here, you can see how it lines up there. Yeah, so what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to take this one and this one out, and then I have replacement bolts that have come with the kit. So let's get that on there. All right, so these are the ones that we took out. This one right here is the one that went right there. And this is going to be replaced by this one. And you think, oh my goodness, look at that, that's taller. Well, why is that taller? Well, because the Leitner thinks of everything. They knew that once you put this plate on here, you're going to need a longer bolt so that you still get the full bite. Likewise, we have this one that came out right here, and it's being replaced by this. And you're going to install one of two spacers. Now on my rig, I've got the shorter spacer. I've got the design that has the support bar, and not all of them have that. I've got this one. I'll be using the shorter spacer, but it also comes with a longer spacer. So if you've got an ACS system, but it's on like a Toyota Tacoma, or it's one of the no drill, no slide racks, or if it's one of the tonneau racks, you'll use the long spacer. But for ours, we'll use the shorter spacer. So this one is going to go right in there, and it's going to help to hold this bracket just like, oops, the spacer will go on this side, on that side. So we've got those on both sides now. They're installed, they're ready to go. That's going to give us our mounting point for the hinges on our Gatekeeper. Leitner says to go ahead and torque these down, so they're torqued down. I believe I forgot to include in the list of tools the torque wrench. So you're going to need a torque wrench. I believe this one, we torqued it down to 16 pounds. The next thing we're going to want to do is install our lock catches. Now these are going to mount right up here like this rubber piece. It's a rubber stopper and it's pretty soft, but that's going to allow us some give when the tailgate or the Gatekeeper is closed. And then this piece is what the locking mechanism goes like this, is actually going to be able to hold up against. So fortunately, they've been kind enough to put left and right, and I've gone ahead and put the nuts and bolts on here. If you've not seen these drop-in nuts, I love these things. They work so well. You basically put your bolt in there, get it started, and then these can fit right in to our track system here. I can slide them in on the end, or I can come in from the sides if they're in the right direction. But as I begin to tighten this, it's going to turn, it's going to rotate that. And so take a look here, you can see now that's not going to come out. So this is what we're going to use to install our lock catches on either side. I've already slid these on, so just like this, and so I can slide these in, and then I'm going to flush these up and then tighten these down, and that's not going to go anywhere. All right, well, now we've got our stoppers in place. All right, so we got our mounting brackets up here. We've got our stop points in place here. Now I've laid out the MOLLE panels here, and they lay right over each other. I can slide these to adjust the width on this, and that's what I'm going to want to do. So I've got hinges here, and obviously two that are going to fit with two, and that's what I want to do now. Is I want to come and measure. So I'm going to measure from this first hole here and go to the first hole here, and I'm going to get the distance between those, and I'm going to then take that and I'm going to measure from here to here, and I'm going to adjust my MOLLE panels to get them as close as I can. Then I'm going to take these nuts and bolts and I'm going to put them in here. There's 6 of them, so I'm just going to hand tighten them just so that I can still make adjustments if I need to, but then I'll just lift that up and I'll attach those hinges to those mounting points up there. All right, well, I've double checked my measurements here to here in comparison to here to here, and everything looks to be good. But because these are only finger tights, yeah, I've got plenty of slide. I can adjust this once I get it up there if needed. I want to make sure that everything operates properly before I begin to tighten everything up. But assuming it all goes well, then I'll come back and I'll tighten all of that up, and we'll be ready to test it out. The bolt and washer that you use to attach the hinges, take additional tools, a 10 millimeter for the hex nut, and this is a T30 star that will fit in your button top here. All right, so it's now temporarily mounted on here. Now I went ahead and put the keys in here so that I can rotate this and we can take a look and test it. Now what I want to do is I want to be able to look in here and see when I rotate this, does it actually get on the bite? And it does. All right, so this side looks good. All right, let's come around and try this side. And as I rotate, yeah, look, I'm not biting on this side. So I am going to need to make adjustments. Now, Bernard Leitner is a genius. He's created slots in here, so it's going to make it easy to just slide this. I'm going to slide this over, and until I've got a good bite, I'm going to slide it a little bit more. That side's not going to slide. What's going to slide is here. Let's see if I can get that. Now I've got a little bit of a bite there, but I want to try to do more. So I think what I've got going on is this bolt needs to come out because it's preventing me from sliding any further. I need to have these in the right place. This one gives me a little bit, but this one, especially up here, is just holding me in place. So I'm going to need to remove those so that I can make an adjustment here. Okay, and with a few minor adjustments there, now I have this in place. So now when I can move it in and out, but then when I rotate, turn the key, now it's got the bite. All right, good. That's what I needed. So what I need to do now is come back and get this whole thing tightened up, and then we'll give it another test. All right, so I've made all of my adjustments, and now everything should work properly. Let's just take a quick look. Oops. Yeah, that locks in really good and tight. Let's make sure that in the process I didn't mess up the other side. Is it still working? And yes, it is. So now from outside, I've got good secure fittings. That's perfect. And that's exactly what we want this to be like, guys. All right, now I mentioned these rubber stoppers before, and now that you've got everything in place, you're going to want to come back and make sure that when you close your gatekeeper, it's getting up against this good and snug, especially once it's locked down. You want it to be good and snug. That's going to eliminate all of those annoying rattles. And as an overlander, I can tell you, you want to eliminate as many of those rattles as you possibly can. This is another good example of Leitner Designs coming up with another fantastic design based off of knowing and understanding their customers. Now, after you've got your gate on here, if it's not good and snug up against this, you can get back here. There's a little nut back here that's an adjustment nut. Get a wrench in there, loosen, tighten, whatever you need to do to move that plunger in and out like this and get it good and tight. And once it's there, close that gate, lock it down, and it's not going to rattle. Now, before we go any further, we'd like to share with you a quick sneak peek at the Gatekeeper's sister product, the Headbanger. While the Gatekeeper goes on the rear of the bed rack, the Headbanger goes on the front. It's a rear window guard. Keeps the stuff that's in the bed and off of the glass. So many times we've been worried on those rough roads where the rig is shaking around that things in the back of the truck can come up onto the glass, and some of those things could actually break that window. Fortunately, that's never happened, but our rig has taken damage from the things in the back of the truck not staying in the back of the truck. The Headbanger is a fantastic sister product for the Gatekeeper. And if you've not already seen that, check out the video we've made about the Headbanger. And the Headbanger and the Gatekeeper together, wow, that really encapsulates the bed of our truck. We're very excited about these two new products. All right, so what do you think of the all-new Gatekeeper? We'd love to hear from you. Please get in the comments and let us know what you think. Also, in the description, we're going to include links for everything so that you can get down there and check these things out for yourself. We absolutely love the new Gatekeeper. We're so excited to have it, and we really, really appreciate you taking the time to check it out yourself. If you've not already done so, please subscribe, and thank you so much for watching. We hope to see you back here soon on the Best Life Adventure channel.